Johnny, surely electric cars, they're going to make a difference. Well, that may be so, Johnny, but there are plans afoot to perhaps hit that idea on the head before it gets started. Why? It's predicted in a couple of decades people won't have cars anyway, electric or petrol driven. Jesus Christ! But Johnny, they just can't stop people using cars, can they? Oh yes they can, Johnny. They've got all sorts of moves up their bloody sleeve.
C40 Cities organisation that Sadiq Khan is the chair of, the flagship of, the leader of, wants zero car ownership by 2030. So our Tory government right now is saying, Sadiq Khan, we think you need to have a proper look at your plans. Sadiq Khan has the power to push this through, and Sadiq Khan's goal that he's trying to achieve is financed by the government anyway. So we're all just being gaslit into believing that maybe we'll stop Sadiq Khan, when actually the government are paying him to carry on through the C40 City agendas of which he is the leader.
And you get the World Economic Forum, our friends from that bloody forum again, and the United Nations and governments that just want to fall in line behind that, they can make it very difficult for people to even drive a car.
Born free.
Well, for a start, they just keep putting everything up in price. Right, yeah, I get you. Yeah, it just becomes too expensive.
Talk about this electric car scam, shall
All right, yes, we shall. So a new report out shows that a switch to electric cars could wreak havoc on the environment because all of that power has to come from somewhere, you know. But you may say the Paris Climate Accords, the Green Revolution. Don't we need electric cars to reach climate goals?
Yeah, it sounds like some sort of low-budget movie, Johnny. And people go, yeah, cars, we'll always have cars, but that's not true. Imagine if your bloody registration tripled. Imagine if the price of gas or petrol quadrupled. Imagine if your registration bloody went through the roof. Imagine if they put a surcharge on buying cars that was so high that only a select few could buy them.
It warns that that unless the U.S. dependence on cars in towns and cities falls drastically, the transition to lithium battery-powered electric vehicles by 2050 will deepen global environmental and social inequalities linked to mining and may even jeopardize the 1.5 Celsius global heating target. You think? So, we're going to break down what that means, but what are we going to do about it?
Wait till all your car costs start creeping up and going through the roof. And ordinary people just say, we can't afford to have a car.
What are we going to do?
Oh.
We walk. That's what we're going to do. That's literally the solution of this paper.
You knew
Take
this
a look.
was coming.
It says, ambitious policies investing in mass transit, walkable towns and cities, and robust battery recycling in the U.S. would slash the amount of extra lithium required in 2050 by more than 90%. So we probably can't get there. We cannot continue to live the way we're living now, but just switch out those cars with electric vehicles. So we're gonna have to get used to walking. That's not what we signed up for when we signed on to championing electric vehicles. Did we sign up to switch EVs to actually not drive them? Anybody?
Yeah, why don't we all just have an aeroplane, a private aeroplane? Because they're so expensive. But Johnny, well, I can do the same with cars. Just make them so bloody expensive, their environment's suffering so much that we've got to charge this and that for an environmental levy and all sorts of that bloody stuff. And in no time, a standard car will cost $200,000. So you're saying as a way of regulating people driving cars, they'll just keep making it more and more expensive to own, register and bloody drive one? That's what governments do, Johnny. Even if it's electric. That sort of shit was happening in the last 3 years. People lost their jobs, did everything because the government just went ahead and did things. Yeah, right, I see. And that's given them the idea that actually, if we all work together, these governments, and do it, we can get the bloody people to do anything. Johnny, has anybody actually voted on doing this stuff, or are we just getting it shoved down our throats?
The city uses the necessary, great word, hearing it a lot lately, financial, regulatory and other tools at their disposal to address the climate crisis. They are going to use financial, regulation and other tools to address the climate crisis. That doesn't mean they're doing anything about the amount of trees that are being cut down in the rainforest. That doesn't mean they're doing anything about the amount of coal stations that are being used in China. That doesn't mean they're doing anything about the fact that the World Bank has stopped giving money to developing countries to develop clean energy. What it means is they're going to tax and fine you out of your car, and they're going to regulate your personal freedom out of existence.
Yeah, so don't think out there, people, that this is all just some sort of a conspiracy theory. It'll actually bloody happen.